Hey guys, Jonah here, and guess what? I'm back with a beer review, and I'm doing one of the newer ones from my Beer 52 boxes because we've got to use them up, right? And that is from there we go, the ones to watch box set, and this is the beer down here. It's called Mirage. It's from a brewery called Newton Park or Newtown Park. I'll try and find out exactly where they are on the can. It doesn't actually say, but this is a Kveik pale. It says it's a crushable pale made with pillowy malts, horndial Kveik yeast, and a couple of Newton Park's favourite hops, Mosaic and Idaho 7, which gives waves of tropical fruit, white grapes, mango, pink grapefruit, blueberry muffins. What's that all about, eh? Good mouthfeel, very hoppy, etc., etc., and a bit of fruities in there too. I couldn't actually find an article in the magazine for this particular brewery for Newton Park. Otherwise, I would have told you. But there's the can, Mirage, like Sauvage. Let's see if we can work out. Oh no, it's just saying exactly the same thing there. What else have we got? We got some wheat and oats in there. Shamon. That is going to help in my book. Ah, Bristol. Oh, sunny Bristol. Well, that's weird. Look, Newton Port Brewing Co. is in the centre of Bristol, but it was actually brewed in Shepton Mallet, which is Bath, not Bristol. Anyway, bit of intrigue. Perhaps they're doing some contract brewing. Never know. Now, Kveik or Kveik yeast tends to be quite lively. So this one has been in the fridge for a couple of days. And to be honest, I'm in two minds about Kveik. I don't know if I like the taste that the yeast itself brings to the affair. However, my good buddy Jim, who you guys, any long-time viewers, probably know or have heard about my good buddy Jim, One-Eyed Jim, they call him, because there's only one eye in Jim. There we go, Mirage. There we go, Mirage Moline. Cheesy Voto time. It was, yeah, he's actually given me some, I think Voss, he's given me some Voss, and I think he's given me some Horndial as well. And yeah, Jim died, unfortunately. Same age as me, well, a little bit younger than me actually, and so he is no more. But his yeast lives on, so I'm going to really, really do my absolute best to keep that yeast for as long as I possibly can, as a tribute to Jim. Anyway, there is the beer. Very, very cloudy. No head to speak of at all. Not even a fingernail of head. So that's not necessarily a good sign. Oh, how strong is this beer? I hear you ask. Those of you that were paying attention, unlike me, will have seen that it's 4.5. Come on, dude. Why don't you focus? There we go. Pale Ale, 4.5% on the ABV. Now, is Idaho 7 the coconut yeast? Coconut hops? Can never blooming remember. I think it might be. We'll see what we get anyway. Cheers and beers, guys. Oh, between you and me, if at the end of this video you like this review, please click like down below. And think about joining the Jonah Army. Clicking subscribe while you're there. It really does mean a lot. Very small click for you. Just a wee click of the mouse. Click. See, done. But it does mean a huge amount to this channel. It really does. And loads of YouTubers say this nonsense as part of their videos. But it really does make a difference. Rant over. Let's drink some beer. So what am I getting? I am getting tropical grapefruit. I'm getting, not necessarily getting the kind of grapey notes, or not in the way that you would do from the New Zealand style hops, if that makes sense. It's kind of quite, yeah, quite juicy. Smells reasonably sweety as well. Anyway, let us see what we get in this bad boy. Chamon. So what have we got? We got Norway. We've got hops from the New World, shall we say? All brewed in Bristol or Bath, I should say. Cheers. Oh, wow, wow. There's a lot going. Oh, I was going to say there's a lot going on up front as it descended into like a nice creaminess, which I'm sure is the wheat and the oats. But then, after a moment of creaminess, then it kicked in again, and I had some sort of some lead out, some late sort of aftertasty kind of holding my hand as I left the building. That's a really nice touch. I like that. Um, Sometimes beers, the taste and the flavour goes all the way through, and some definitely have a stop-start kind of thing to the flavours. That is exactly what this beer has got. Quite up front, quite in your face. Um, then it goes creamy and nice as a pause, as an intake of breath. A sigh, perhaps. And then, oh, there's the hops coming back with kind of lingering notes. See if I can pick some out for you. It's not super dry, but it's not super sweet either. But the creaminess of the wheats and the oats, which I guess is meaning this is kind of in the northeast style, definitely the hazy style, shall we say? Um, yeah, it's not one of those real high IBU beers. Put it that way. See if I can dissect the flavors for you. See if I can do it in my head. Be absolutely crazy. So nice high notes. We're getting the tropical. We are getting that kind of little bit of the grapefruitiness. That we are getting that kind of grape, that high kind of note. But we're also getting the yeast, the Horndal, really near the beginning. So those are all mixed together. Then it goes a bit creamy, like I say, and kind of nice. And then we have a nice lead out. And the lead out's weird because you got that creaminess in there too. It tastes like it's got sort of, some sort of general hops, like a sort of citra, but it doesn't. Pardon me. It's the mosaic, isn't it? Yeah, the mosaic. Definitely. So the mosaic has definitely got some of those old school kind of grassy. It's sort of it's hard to explain. It's like a grassy kind of mild tropicalness. I know what it is. I've said this before. It's like that kind of Indian style ice cream that you can get. Lassi, it's called. It's like frozen kind of yogurt, but you get it in sort of mango and that kind of flavors. I think you can get peach one as well, but it's imagine tropical fruit flavors from Mosaic, but with a bit of creaminess into. So it's like having an ice lolly or a creamy, milky kind of thing, but with sort of tropical fruit in it. Really nice, but it is quite mild as well. Don't expect like real fruit bomb flavors in your face. All really nice and mild. This is quite a nice beer, I have to say. The only thing is, not a big fan of Kveik, to be honest. I know why the breweries do use it, because they can turn over beers very quickly, especially when you're brewing under pressure. You can get a beer done and fermented out in like 3-4 days. Whereas with old style yeast, you especially like, I mean, lager yeast, you're talking months. But for a normal kind of ale, you're looking at least a week, maybe even 2 or 10 days to 2 weeks. But you can knock a Kveik out in 3 days. Ridiculous. Wonder why the breweries like it. Cheers, guys. Oh. So last thing, things are a bit more molded together in my last sip. So I'm getting a bit of tropicalness. I'm getting the fruitiness. Yeah, the kind of high notes, the grapes, the kind of lychee are there. Am I getting the nuttiness though? I'm not sure. I'll have to check. One of these days, I will have to check to see if Idaho 7 is the nutty one. It gives that coconutty kind of thing. I think it is. Yeah, definitely got tide lines on there as well on the glass, which is another fantastic thing for me to see. I was actually thinking the creaminess might have something to do with that Idaho 7. If it is the hop that I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it is, it gives that kind of coconutty thing, which also adds to the creaminess that comes. I called it Lassi, or sort of ice cream yogurt kind of, um, yeah, aftertaste, tail out, late flavor, which is really nice because it goes on. I can still kind of taste it now. It's a really, really long, lingering finish on this beer, which is really nice. But it's, yeah, creamy, fruity, really nice, well put together beer. Not heard of Newton Park before, but if you are in the area, this, oh, pardon me, there we go, is one to watch. Look at that. That can is proper psychedelic, man. That's like, yeah, God, that reminds me of my younger days when I would do things that were more than beer. Those days are long gone, but yeah, sometimes you get a weird flashback, especially when you look at patterns like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at that. That haunt my nightmares. The sort of demons and wood faces and all sorts of weird streaming nonsense. But yes, look out for that beer. This has been Uncle Jonah. Hopefully, you have enjoyed listening to me for the last quarter of an hour. I try and upload every day. Sometimes I manage it, sometimes I don't quite manage it. Got a few things going on this week. I have, yeah, a meetup with some of the camera members in the local area on Thursday, which is cool. If you do live in Thanet, mate, if you live in the east of Kent, we're all communicating. No, we're all congregating. That's the right word. At the Mechanical Elephant in Margate, believe it or not, where all those scooters and the mods and rockers and people used to have massive fights and spill out into the sea. So if you're around on Thursday, come and say hello. I'm back in the hospital on Friday, which is no good. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing much uploading at the end of the week because I will be in a lot of pain. And I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is homebrew review because I have got some honey porter on tap that you probably saw a very, very brief homebrew Wednesday a few weeks ago. So I'm going to do the tasting on that. I have had some already, and it is like many things homebrew, it does get better with time. And it's only been 3 weeks, maybe in the bottle, maybe 4 maximum, but it's getting better. So I thought I'd do a homebrew review, see where we go, and we'll do that one tomorrow. Guys, this has been Uncle Jonah. thank you for listening to me for this long. If you're still with me, fantastic. We'll see you for another beer review real soon.